Right now, if you dash on DoorDash, I think this video is going to be the best breakdown, possibly even regarding the most important question that you have. What is the best way to dash? You know, we have this earn per offer. I get paid per offer. You know, the offer card, just the offers they send you. It could be one offer, it could be a stacked offer. But then we had the earn by time, which pays you based on a guaranteed active hourly rate. From the moment you accept that offer to the moment that you deliver it, you can only decline once per hour. And I've said, I mean, by the way, this is the first time you and I are meeting. My name's Mike, coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've done gig work since 2015, almost 10 years now. And this earn by time, anecdotal, but let me know if you like earn by time better, seems pretty popular, but we've been missing something on earn by time that I just saw like today in the last couple of weeks and even months here that might help you if you want to do earn by time, if you think it's better, etc. So here we go. I see everyone in the live chat. If you're watching the replay, welcome. Again, all I do is help you make money in different side hustles. Now this, what do we know about long distance? So you're dashing like shops, grocery, alcohol, food delivery. What do we actually know about specifically how DoorDash pays you on longer runs? Now, we know that pay is base pay, the company contribution. Within that base pay, distance, desirability of the order, and then promotional pay, and then tips. But let's go way back, because I'm sure you might not remember this. If you do, you have a better memory than me. Back in 2019, directly from CEO Tony Xu at the time, talking about better earnings for longer distance deliveries for Dashers. And Tony specifically mentioned, this is directly in DoorDash's blog post at the time. I listed it down below if you want to look it up. They said, we'll be improving our calculations to increase guarantees for longer distance deliveries. This was again 2019, some time ago. But look here, we've already begun to see results with an approximate 20% drop in longer distance deliveries over the past few months. So that was some time ago. Now, what about today, right? Like, Mike, why are you showing me 2019? Here's why. Earn by time, it's per active hour, right? I know this. That's the decision you have to make. And then if I want to decline once per hour, it's up to you. And there's pros and cons. If you want to increase the AR to get Dasher rewards, whatever it is. But the first thing I noticed was, what about bonus pay? Because we have peak pay. I mean, there's even what's called distance pay on earn per offer. That's a little bit newer, but there's dynamic peak pay. There's your standard per offer peak pay. What about earn by time? So here's what we've seen first on earn by time: the active hourly boost, bonus, whatever, right? You should have this. So here in Pittsburgh, I took this astounding screenshot some time ago. This was maybe a little bit after, you know, the initial launch, I guess. But look at this active hour bonus pay. I mean, it's not a little bit. It is an $8 active hour bonus. So instead of, you can see in gray, crossed out, $16.50 per active hour, it would have been, look, $24.50. $24.50 per active hour. It's kind of the same thing as earn per offer. You're not going to get paid when you're not on an assignment. That doesn't really matter, right? You get paid when you're on an assignment. It's just you're guaranteed to keep getting paid if it takes longer and stuff like that. $24.50 plus tips. Now, as you probably know, earn by time, DoorDash says that tips may be lower on earn by time. Okay, that's another risk I talked about of deciding which offer type you want to do. Do I want to take a risk, declining once per hour? I have to kind of take most everything that they send me. I am not going to get shop and deliver. To my knowledge, the last time we looked at that, earn by time does not have shop and deliver. You don't need to touch preferences. It's just not on earn by time. That might have changed. If it did, let me know. That's why we're a team here. But tips might be lower. Okay, so that's bonus offer number one. And drop a like in this video if you're getting value so far. Check out yourdrivermike.com for courses and resources to help you in most any side hustle, including our starter guide comparing 80 plus side hustles at a glance. But there's some paid options in there, and there's some free content in there as well with our free bundle. You can download that as well if you'd like, yourdrivermike.com. So then we saw this. This is in the last couple of months. And hang with me. Listen, if you've heard about zone exit bonus, you might not have, but even if you have, the next thing I'm going to talk about, and then ultimately the last thing I talk about, is newer and newer stuff here as we go in this video. So stay tuned. The zone exit bonus on Earn by Time, because we're hinging on Earn by Time today, said this. Here is your Earn by Time offer, and shout outs to the Dashers who, send me some of these screenshots. Again, we're a team here. It's nice to see what other markets are seeing. $16.50 per active hour. Let me know how 1675. Let me know how 1675 is, if that's good, if that's low in your marketplace, let me know. Plus tips may be lower. But then it said $1 extra, it's a bonus for leaving your zone. Now you'll see there next to that in white text, I added that. So this is going to, because I want to get a gauge of, okay, how much are they judging this off of? In this case, you get $1 extra, and it says an additional 1.5 miles because this is an add-on offer for this Dasher. It equates to 67 cents per mile extra. Yeah, that's food for thought there, okay? This is called a zone exit bonus. Specifically, obviously, when you're leaving your zone. So your marketplace is broken into different sub-marketplaces. Let me see if I have a graphic for you to show that. I do, right here. So that is in that red, as you see in your home screen, right? There's a marketplace, it's sub-marketplace, it's outlined, and then I would be into a different zone there in gray. Now, gray means it's not busy, red means it's busy, okay? So you might have seen those different zones here. Next, here's another example. This Dasher, this time $13 per active hour plus tips, $3.19 for leaving your zone. And again, I added the text here, but it's only 26 cents per mile extra. So it's $3.19 for 12.3 miles. This is a standalone offer. This is not an add-on. The last one was an add-on. And hey, by the way, a lot of this stuff, this is why you might want to subscribe or at least drop a like in this video, or maybe not. Maybe you've already thumbs downed it and I can't change your mind, but hopefully I can just switch that for you. But a lot of this is not even on DoorDash's support page yet. It's that new, or they just don't want to confuse Dashers. A lot of these bonuses aren't even on their support pages. Anyway, 26 cents extra per mile. Would you take this? Let me ask you that. If you're on $13 per active hour, well, firstly, comment in the comment section if you're watching the replay, or live if you're watching live. Would you even sign up for $13 active hourly? It's your profile, okay? I'm simply an advisor. While you're typing that, would I advise $13 per active hour? No, it's too low. And I understand smaller marketplaces and or suburban marketplaces outside of your city center, they're going to be lower typically. So like downtown Pittsburgh here, it's $16.50 per active hour. Surrounding areas, yeah, you might see 13. That's why you have to decide, am I going to make more money on 13 an hour plus tips or earn per offer? It's up to you, your marketplace, and hopefully some peak pay, etc. So number one, I don't love $13 per active hour. Number two, would you take the offer? So this offer, we didn't see the entire screen here. There it is. I mean, obviously we don't know the pickup restaurant because I'd consider the restaurant. But plus $3.19, it's going 12 miles and it's estimated to take 25 minutes. So, I mean, if it's going to take almost 30 minutes, this offer is going to be about what? $6.50 would be 30 minutes. So in essence, should it be $9.50? Because it's the standard pay plus a bonus. And I see maybe the Dasher himself. I got this from Reddit. So John says that's his screenshot. Thanks for being here, John. If that is your screenshot, how about that? Yeah, I pulled that from Reddit. A great place, by the way, to also get some info, because I'm just one person. I love to have you a part of the team here by subscribing, but is the r/DoorDash_drivers subreddit. It's pretty nice because you can see even more screenshots and stuff like that. So appreciate you being here, John, and others. But let's move on. Okay, that's zone exit bonus. Even newer, I told you, even newer is this distance boost. Are you hanging with me so far? There's active hourly pay, there's zone exit bonus, and now there's distance boost, all on the same thing, earned by time. Now, some of these might be beta tested in different marketplaces. This, maybe it replaces zone exit, because let me show you what distance boost is. And once you see what it is, you might be like, oh, that's a replacement for zone exit. But again, considering these aren't even on DoorDash's support page, we don't know. So let's take a look at distance boost. And we see one Dasher, Kenlin, says, I've gotten distance boost. So let's show you what Kenlin got and what other Dashers are getting. Different. So $11, guys, $11 per active hour. I just wanted you to make as much money as possible. So as long as if it's profitable, if you're getting enough tips, go for it. But $11 per active hour plus tips. Now, this time it says plus 325 boost for going a long distance. An additional 27 cents because the request was 12 miles right there. So you get an extra 325, and it says boost for going a long distance. Note how zone exit says boost for going out of the zone or whatever it is, into a new zone. This says boost for going a long distance. I have thoughts on that. What do you think about this? Is it simply long distance, whatever that means? I mean, this is pretty long distance. This is what, the 12 mile? Yeah, 12 miles. So that's long distance. But is it a distance boost when it doesn't go into a new zone? Is that the only stipulation? If it's a long distance, whatever that means, if it's 5 miles plus or whatever DoorDash denotes, 8 miles plus, and it's not within a different zone, is that distance boost? And, I see one comment here. I'm getting all the Dashers in here. David says that's mine. Appreciate you being here, David. And again, from Reddit, appreciate you being here. So yeah, David says same zone. There you go. This is David's screenshot, same zone. Oh, and by the way, some of these, again, I forgot, some of these were sent to me directly. So I'm trying to remember which ones. Some of these I did pull from our email as well. And coming in the next 30 days or so, by the way, there might be a chance, well, there will be a chance for you to earn extra money by submitting first look screenshots, new features, beta programs, and even driving and working on different gig apps and coming on for an interview. So that is our driver team contributor program. It's going live in about 30 days. Sign up for our free newsletter. If you want to get the instructions of how to earn there, there's a link for the newsletter. That, again, is our driver team contributor program. But, obviously very appreciative of anyone that sends out some info. So there's a closer look at this, 27 cents extra. Here's another example. $15.50 per active hour plus 75-cent boost for going a long distance that equates to 13 cents a mile. This is different. Lean into this. Look at what's different here. I'll give you a second. What's different than the last one? Specifically on distance boost. So what I'm seeing is it's a super low boost. It's 75 cents. I mean, when you're working on earn by, I get it. Everything helps. But considering tips are already lower, 75 cents, it equates to 13 cents a mile, number two. But number 3, equally as important, this qualifies on 5.6 miles. So remember why I said we don't know when this triggers. So we assumed it's in the same zone. Otherwise, it'd be called zone exit bonus. 13 cents, not a lot, but it triggered at 5.6 miles. So I'm very curious, maybe 5 miles is the threshold for, longer distances. And would 5 miles even really be a long distance? It depends on your marketplace, maybe. Because another thing I saw, we're going to move on here for something new here in a second, so hang with me. But another thing I saw is the flag or the offer card tag for high paying offers. You know how when you get high paying offers, I don't know if I have a graphic of this ready. It'll say it's a high paying offer due to your Dasher status. I don't have a graphic ready, but you know the deal there, right? That high paying offer card has activated at $2+ a mile for some markets, and then $3 a mile plus in other markets. So I'm curious when that would activate. Moving on. Here's a look at your pay breakdown of Distance Boost. Now, maybe we can reach out to the Dashers that sent some of these, but these are separate offers. I did not see the order pay screen of these ones. So this right here is a separate offer, just so you know. It's not from these screenshots. Now, this Distance Boost, here's what they say. You earned an extra $1.25 for completing an, again, specific today, earn by time offer that was estimated to be a long distance delivery. Question still stands. What qualifies for a long distance delivery? We saw, right, at 5.6 qualified, but is it the time, right? This is why I'm waiting for this to hit their support pages, because obviously their support pages list frequently asked questions. Is it time? Is it mileage? 23 minutes, that's a little bit longer. So is it like 5 miles it triggers and or 20 minutes and it triggers, right? So that's Distance Boost. Let me show you. Okay, that was our last example. Yes. So even newer, okay, even newer. I only saw one report of this. There's maybe some other ones, So let me know if you have this one. Again on Earn by Time, this time called a hotspot bonus. And let me just take a time out here, okay? This hotspot bonus might be the most non-controversial, but you'll see. Most debated of if this is actually going to help you and why they're doing this. So let me show you what a hotspot bonus is. This is a hotspot bonus. This, again, sourced from a driver on Reddit, and this is a new pilot program. I did not see a lot of talk whatsoever about this Earn by Time hotspot bonus. So listen to this and let me know if you have this. We want to continue to make going to hotspots worth your time when you dash. For the next 3 weeks, we're testing a new hotspot bonus on Earn by Time mode, where you can get $8 bonus on top of the active hourly. Towards your next Earn by Time offer, if you do not get an offer within 10 minutes of waiting in an active hotspot. There is a ton in there. It seems pretty straightforward, but there's a lot of detail in there. I'm going to go over that with you. Hotspot bonuses. Let me know in the live chat or the comments below. Getting $8 on top of your active hourly on your next offer if you don't get anything for 10 minutes of waiting in an active hotspot. So let me break this down for you. Obviously, we see a 3-week testing period. I believe this sample was taken from a couple of months ago. So, these companies are always beta testing. So different marketplaces might get these emails at different times. This was sent, again, via email earn by time hotspot bonus. All right. So check your email. That's why I tell you, don't opt out of these emails. I mean, some, if you feel like they provide no value, like I don't even know. Honestly, I wouldn't opt out of many ever of these gig companies because they will email you if something's new on their driver app. I mean, maybe have a separate email if you want that you use to sign up for these apps in a separate mailbox so it doesn't clutter your regular mailbox. But anyway, 3-week testing period. Okay, that's number one. The $8 bonus, it's on top of your active hourly, specifically on your next offer. So again, I was reading a little bit on this on Reddit, and Dashers were saying that did have this, that you have to accept the next offer to get that $8 bonus. If you don't accept the next offer, then you don't get it. Obviously, that's like good and bad. It forces you to accept it, but that's a big bonus. That's $8 on top of your active. So flat out, you get $8 plus, call it like, $7, $8, $9, whatever that offer is going to be. And if there's any active hourly pay. So it can really stack. If you get your standard active, your bonus active hourly, your $8 hotspot bonus, and then hopefully a customer tip. That can be a huge offer. It says, continuing towards the bottom, if you do not get an offer within 10 minutes of waiting in an active hotspot. I don't know if you noticed this, but again, it's a great little subreddit there and educated me a little bit because I have not received this in Pittsburgh. 2 things there. This is really interesting. If you wait, well, how often have you waited even? How often have you even waited 10 minutes without an offer? And I guess we'll skew it to like earn by time. How often have you waited 10 minutes on earn by time for an offer? Flat out, anywhere. Next, hotspots are areas that are particularly busy in your market. It's a little outlined additional red zone and it has that little flame icon. So the chances of sitting in, you got to be in that little outlined hotspot, waiting 10 minutes to get an offer, I'll just tell you, it's extremely low because now DoorDash has that anticipated wait time or like ETA to get an offer. It's going to be even shorter within a hotspot. It's going to be like 1 to 3 minutes, but then maybe it's like 3 to 6 minutes. But then, near hotspot, it'll go back to like 2 to 4 minutes, whatever it is. 10 minutes without an offer in a hotspot. Look, I'm here for you. Don't get your hopes up. I don't think you're going to be waiting 10 minutes actually in a hotspot. And then my last point is almost the last word. The second to last word, active hotspot. So this needs to be a current dynamic hotspot. There's historical hotspots that are like grayed out. It's not red. It's like a white flame icon. And it's based on historical data of that area, generally based on their data being busy. It's a historical hotspot. This is what's called a dynamic hotspot, where it is red. And again, an active hotspot, which means live right now, that area is busier. So don't think you're going to get this in a historical hotspot. I waited and you contact support. That's not how this works. So waiting 10 minutes in an active spot, I don't think it's going to happen. There was discussion around, well, this is to whatever, influence Dasher behaviors, or you could say hey, it's to move Dashers around. Yeah, this is kind of one of those things where it goes way back to the early years of when I started on these gig apps. And I repeat the same thing from those years. And this related to Uber, to not chase the surge is what it was called, the bonus pay. It's the same thing here. Don't chase hotspots, driving 5 to 8 plus minutes to a hotspot, thinking you're going to hide in the little corner of the hotspot for some reason, and that's better than the middle of the hotspot, thinking you won't get an offer. Because what Dashers were saying on that Reddit subreddit, which was like pretty accurate, they said, dude, If anything, DoorDash is going to make sure that you never sit there for 10 minutes. If they have to send you a $2, $3.25 offer for 9 miles away, they're going to do it just so you get an offer, just so you're not waiting 10 minutes. And I kind of believe that. I do not think, I mean, I could even, guess that their algorithm would say like, okay, we only let 0.5% of Dashers reach this, because that can all be coded in their algorithm. That is purely speculation. I don't know, but I can't see them letting you sit there for 10 minutes without an offer. Or what's going to happen? They're just going to get rid of the hotspots. Not entirely, but hotspots refresh every couple of minutes. If this says you have to wait 10 minutes, then hotspots are going to have to last at least 10 minutes, because they can't rug pull a hotspot away from you. Like, oh, you're a hotspot, poof, it updated. I'm curious now. I'm not online, obviously, but it'll say hotspots refresh every X amount of minutes. And now it probably is 10 minutes. And now especially, they can't rug pull it away from you if they say wait 10 minutes in a hotspot. Okay? So a lot of things going on right now. Zone exit bonus pay. When you leave a zone, you can get paid extra. Kind of nice. And I had the idea of having tiered zone exit pay to pay you more the deeper and deeper you got pulled in to that other zone. Pay $1 on the first third, $2 on the middle third, $3 on the farthest third, pulling you away. That was my idea for zone exit pay. We talked about distance boost, which is similar. It'll pay you for a longer distance offer. And we kind of asked, well, what triggers that? Is it mileage? Is it time? Is it both? Is that it seems like in section sub-marketplace. That seems like it doesn't, the word sound confusing. An in sub-marketplace bonus. Said better, it's a bonus for when you're still in the sub-marketplace. The zone exit is when you're leaving the zone there. And then lastly, we talked about this new hotspot bonus. $8 for waiting 10 minutes, and that stuff may vary. Some marketplaces may look at $5, $7. Even the time, I don't know. This is brand new, might change. Some markets, it might say like, oh, if you wait 8 minutes, you'll get the pay. So I'm thinking not a lot of Dashers are going to get it. Don't chase that. Use your own knowledge of hotspots. Don't rely on DoorDash's flame icons, whether it be historical or dynamic hotspots. Use it in part as a tool if you want, but use your own market knowledge. But let me know there. So what I want to do, take your questions, type it down below in the comments, or if you're watching live, let me know in the live chat right now.